Welcome to Status Effects, our own show where we're going to talk about our favorite video games.
Or about them.
And developers, or maybe even our least favorite video games.
And developers.
And terrible developers.
It's primarily like all of them nowadays.
Yep.
Today we're going to talk about a very terrible developer, in my opinion. Some people will probably
You might want to,
like them.
just in case, because they'll bare their fangs instantly.
Fuck them.
They will though.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah,
They'll
I'm
come
just
down on
saying
you with a
that-
big happy fist.
A big happy fist. That's the same game all the
A
time.
big autistic fist.
We live for it on everything. We're talking about Nintendo.
A Nintendo, yes.
Yeah.
Talking about
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Papa Nintendo, as it was referred to me today.
Yep. Good old grandfather of Nintendo.
Eat that shit, Papa Nintendo.
So yummy.
Okay.
So today our focus is on Nintendo. And pretty much the good and bads about it. We'll get to everyone's opinion in due time. But yeah, this is pretty much what our shows are going to be like from now on. Until further notice. We'll have other videos made in different fashions. Like just straight up like gameplay videos or reviews. They'll come out when they come out. I'll announce them on my Facebook and Twitter. Introductions for our first actual video. I'm Hambark for Status Effects.
I'm Solid Validity next to Handbark for Status Effects.
Proof grunt.
And our fourth member.
The Kazmat. And around.
We have other members, but they're not present at the moment, but that's alright. So let's get the show started. So Nintendo, the good and the bad. Let's start off with Silent Validity. Would you like to open up our...
Sure. Thank you very much,
Discussion.
Mr. Handbark. Well, whatever. Alright, so we were talking before about how censorship's a big issue with Nintendo and how they don't like to... They don't like America very much.
They
either.
really don't
They
like
really
America.
don't. They hate us.
They really don't. It's weird.
So we're talking about how most of the good content tends to stay in Japan,
Glorious Nippon.
just kind of chilling there at Nintendo's HQ, while we get shipped over like dumbed down versions because of censorship reasons and other, topics that happen over the course of countries.
It happens a lot.
Well, it's mostly because of the fact that they don't think we can handle it,
Or that they don't think it'll sell well.
Yeah,
which are double wrong. They're
But-
all of it is wrong.
we're pretty numb to most things, so it's more they're just not
We're
giving.
starting getting in the groove of killing children and shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, children
I
killing.
mean, look at our highest shows on TV: Game of Thrones and fucking Walking Dead, where no one is safe.
Not even babies in the womb.
No, not even.
So, Silent, you recently bought a Wii U. How are you enjoying it so far?
I only got, Splatoon and Smash Bros. For it, but, I enjoy it.
Splatoon and Smash Brothers are pretty much a key games for that console at the moment.
Pretty much. I mean, I haven't played a Smash Bros. Since probably about Melee, and I saw Mewtwo was in the new one, so I was like, oh god, I gotta get it, because Mewtwo's my favorite character. So I got it, instantly bought Mewtwo, played the shit out of it on Christmas. It was fun. It was awesome. Played against my buddies, got my face stomped in by Hambark repeatedly with Mewtwo and Little Mac. But I enjoy it, but I don't see myself playing it all the time. I can't. It doesn't keep me going.
You're not one of those people who played it all the time, which you can remember back in the day.
Yeah.
Every day it was either that or it was fucking zombies, and I wanted to kill everyone.
Yeah,
It was every day. Every day we hung out.
Ooh, yeah.
In college, there was a game room where we would all hang out while we were waiting for class to start. And they would either play Call of Duty, the Zombies mode, or fucking Smash Brothers.
They
Brawl.
still play Smash Brothers.
And it still happens to this day. Like, I think 2012.
Yeah. Oof. It's 2016.
It's
There's
still
doing
play
Smash
Smash.
Bros.
Literally nothing else. But yeah, Nintendo's still a huge company for obvious reasons, and they're gonna continue being a huge company. But yeah, it's just there's just so many downsides that they've been doing lately. Like every time I think,
Down syndrome.
wow, Nintendo's doing some cool shit, they turn around and do something that completely piss everyone off.
But they think it's a good company ploy, so they do it. And then they get fucked in the ass.
It's because of the fact that they have about 50 years of backup where they can do whatever the fuck they want
Like Disney.
and be safe. What the fuck? Oh, you don't think it'll sell over here? Okay. Which game? Xenoblade. You guys won't like that. Give it here. No. Alright, then we'll fucking get it. No, you won't. Yeah, we will. And then they sell it here, and guess what? Fucking record profits. Ding, 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 bitch. Ugh. It's disgusting. It's like they think we're idiots.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Anytime in the future, to the audience, if you hear Nintendo's not releasing a game in North America because they don't think it's going to sell well, they are blind fucking shit lying to you out of either ignorance or complete stupidity. Because every single time that they release a game from Japan that was normally only for Japan would outsell Europe and Japan combined in America.
It would, yeah,
Every single time.
a landslide, yeah.
Were we also talking about they want Shovel Knight? They want to.
Oh,
They
yeah.
want to keep Shovel Knight.
They have shunned third party so many goddamn times. It's either been the same game with a different cover every fucking time. Oh, what is Nintendo coming out with? A Mario game. What is it coming out with? A Zelda game. What is it coming out with? And what are they? They're the same fucking game every time. I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong.
But they're the same game.
But it's the same fucking game. Open the doors a little bit. Splatoon was supposed to be Mario Sunshine. They just slapped something else on it.
Like,
Hey,
are we
to
on
be
like
fair,
Mario Party
Splatoon's
10
fucking
now?
fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, Splatoon's great.
But again, they experimented and they were rewarded. Bring us new things, new IPs, new anything. But then there's this indie developers come out. Shovel Knight. It brings back that old fun that you used to have as a kid. The platforming, the difficulty, but the understandable difficulty. Oh, I fucked up a jump, or oh, that guy shot at the right time when I jumped and I got killed. Oh, that's infuriating, but it was my fault. And the music was beautiful. The story was all right. I enjoyed it. And then suddenly Nintendo's been like, "Hey, look, Shovel Knight, everybody! Here's the amiibo and all this shit." Are you trying to take it? No. It was backed by Kickstarters on everything else. It feels like they're pushing that one because it's like, oh look, a new game. We're gonna just slide that over here.
And we're going to take possession of that, and we're going to put our name
I think
on it.
Sony has a few exclusive things for Shovel Knight as well, like with the Kratos boss battle. So.
Which makes him stronger than
I think if
a lot
anyone's
of
getting
characters.
gimped, it's definitely the PC crowd. For
'cause
Shovel
even
Knight. They just
Xbox
get the base
has,
game.
Even Xbox has Battletoads,
Yeah.
which is a weird
That is
crossover.
weird. That
but-
is a weird thing.
PC just gets
Well,
the
I
base
mean,
game.
What else?
Yeah.
What else could he fight? Marcus
Didn't
Phoenix?
PC get the soundtrack for free?
Yeah, I guess, but it's like, really? Soundtrack?
Everyone else had to pay extra for it.
I mean, I don't really have a basis for that Nintendo thing. It's just that's how it feels to me. Like they're pushing that one specifically on that console.
I mean, I guess the soundtrack's for free, but when you really think about it, it's like, I can get any music I want for free.
Yeah, well, it's called the internet.
You do
Everybody
it,
knows what
no
we're
one-
talking
Don't
about.
talk about it.
Nobody talks about what happens on the
It's
internet
like
when it
Fight
comes to
Club.
music. Because people get pissed off about it. That's another segment altogether, so we're going to let that drop here.
So, Goof, what's your opinion on Nintendo and their practices of
Or their Fire Emblem.
Grew up on Nintendo, but recently with like Nintendo of America is more the problem than the actual company Nintendo. I think all the censorship and stuff runs through them, not the main company.
You think
Well,
that
they-
he would fight for us.
Yeah, exactly.
He
But
doesn't.
they don't. They almost passed completely on Devil's Third, which was probably a good idea because that game was terrible. But
I actually haven't heard anything about it.
It's a
Exactly.
real, it's a real
Okay, then, yeah,
hunter.
that's a bad side. And it's like I always saw them as like a grandmother company where they hand out that really good chocolate chip cookies,
they sure don't.
but it turns out grandma did some embezzling.
Grandma's a little racist.
Grandma laced those cookies with some stuff we can't talk about.
All true. She's charging $40 for half a cookie. Fire Emblem.
Oh God, Fire Emblem.
I'm gonna buy it, and I'm ashamed, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so just to be clear, what exactly is up with Fire Emblem for?
Fates, isn't it?
Yeah, Fire Emblem
alright,
Fates.
Fire Emblem-
Because we're not talking about that other one. That other one's just gobbledygook. You can't
Hashtag Fire Emblem.
hashtag Fire Emblem gobbledygook.
That's not. That game doesn't exist.
The
I hope
mainline Fire Emblem
The
game,
new-
the one that's
alright.
just coming out very soon.
So
What's up
Persona.
with that?
So the
Persona,
new Fire Emblem it's split into 2 games for the 2 sides of the story, and then a third story that combines the 2 is another $20 on top of the $40 each.
So
I
it's
thought it was only
essentially
80.
no, it's 80 if you buy them all at once. That's the special edition.
$100
For a Fire Emblem.
for Fire, and it will never go down in price.
Nope.
Ooh,
It
like
will
Call of
never-
Duty.
Nintendo
Also,
rarely
I hate
ever
that.
price drops their own games.
Why? Why?
Because they never age, they're timeless.
They are.
Because it's the same game.
I know.
But they're making money off it, so they keep the price the
You
same.
just-
They know people will buy it.
Ocarina of Time for the DS, 3DS is like $60 right now.
Which is
Used.
ridiculous.
$60 used.
Ooh,
Ridiculous.
it's even worse.
There's no.
Oh my god.
Well, that's not really Nintendo, that's GameStop.
So,
It's everywhere. I think the companies also issue like what to do with their product because everything else on it, like the Bravely Default, that's down to like what 20? Not
No,
even.
it's not. I just bought it new, it's still $40.
Still, oh, Jesus Christ!
yeah.
And their price drops on their sales are nothing.
5 cents off, come on.
So what are the new games that are coming out
I hope
for
they name it
Nintendo?
Philip and fuck me in the ass.
Wow. Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Ooh.
Whoa.
We're on
Ooh,
a
we
trip
got a-
there.
We got a
Oh,
little
God.
off tangent, but alright. Oof.
Jesus.
I know that some games are coming out for Nintendo this year, for 2016.
Like the new
is
Star Fox that I'm
new Star
horrified
Fox.
about because I love Star Fox 64 and the new games are always just
It's just gonna be Star Fox 64 again.
I hope.
That's what it looks
That's,
like.
that's
It's
all I
gonna be
want.
Star Fox.
It's always just Star Fox 64. Just prettier.
Just make it again. Just,
That's all we need.
But then they won't make another Mario RPG.
You don't
We'll
need
talk about
another
that
Mario.
that's because them and Square Enix hate each other now.
They're buddies again.
Oh yeah, make up their minds.
Maybe they'll make one then for the Nintendo NX
Nintendo dick.
when it gets
Whatever
announced in
that's-
June.
Boy, I can't wait.
They
They
say
just
that's
got
going to
that
be a new
system.
console, like a brand new actual console.
Yeah,
Not like what they did with the 3DS.
it's not. No, from what I've heard, it's gonna be something completely new, and it's gonna be both their new handheld and their new console somehow. Like the Wii U, but the gamepad will be a console on itself that you can play games on separately. Which is a cool idea if they do it right, but they
It
won't.
sounds
They
interesting.
won't. They're gonna sound
Like,
off
it's
the
an
best
interesting
We'll see what
concept.
happens.
Because that prototype that got leaked or whatever, that was just a controller with a touch screen instead of buttons, was kind of gross.
That's dumb. That was dumb. It was like one of those leap pad things. You know, kids are gonna throw around like a boomerang.
It was just like an oval,
Yeah, touchpad buttons are
oval
the
touchpad
worst.
with controller handles on the bottom.
Because it doesn't become you playing the game; it becomes you fighting the controller while trying to play the game. It's like having a big fat dude in the middle of the doorway. You're
Yeah,
trying to shove the
he's-
fucker out of the way
and he
to
just
get
can't
through,
get past him.
and he's just there, breathing at you.
Saying there's enough room, but not really moving.
Touchpad seems like a good idea, but
Not really
Unless-
moving.
never.
Unless it's a menu, no. If it's important, because you remember like the motion gimmick. You remember the motion gimmicks? You want to talk about Skyward Sword?
No, I don't.
No, you sure? You sure you don't want to talk about how you had to reset the motion every 5 minutes? That sure does break the pacing of the game.
I never played Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Just
Or
like
the
I never
fact
played
that-
Twilight.
I tried playing
I never
Skyward
played
Sword.
Twilight Princess on the Wii either.
Or how it was like, yeah, look
I
at this.
actually played Twilight Princess on the Wii, and I had a great time.
Yeah, mine died at the end boss.
That sucks.
I still think Twilight Princess is the best Zelda ever.
I do really like that one. That one was really good.
It was so good.
It was
My
really good.
favorite
I actually,
Minish Cap.
and then I played it on the.
You sound so sad that that's your
Everybody always makes fun of me.
It's just because you're gonna shove those middies up your ass.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I like the sassy hat.
I
That's
got
what,
you that sassy
that's what
hat.
everybody says.
I got you that sassy hat.
I know I own it. It's the best.
No one else really knows what it's for, but you know.
And
So-
why you got a bird on your head?
Because fuck you, I'm bird brain. Get out of here.
So, Kaz,
Uh-huh.
you have a Wii U. Do you like it, and what games do you play for it that you are enjoying?
And that giggles doesn't bode well for the Wii U. He
We
didn't even
originally-
he didn't even say anything yet.
Me and my brother originally got it for Christmas from our parents. Because he's like, there's going to be a lot of games coming out. It's like, you know what we got for it? We got Mario Kart, which I spent all my time playing just to unlock everything for my nieces to play. It's been really good for distracting children. For games to play on it, no.
Yes.
What about Xenoblade Chronicles? Yeah, that's an MMO you play by yourself. Oh, but you knew what you were
It's
getting
getting
into.
good reviews.
You knew what you were getting into when you bought the game. No, I didn't. I didn't know I needed to explore everything, push every little button, pick up every little globule. I wanted to just see a goddamn story. Because when you saw the game, you saw all these cutscenes. I was like, whoa! And I'm playing the game. I'm like 17 right now. And I'm running towards like, yeah, I'm gonna go do the story with this one character female that I really like. She's actually pretty cool. And this piece of shit, they won't let me throw into the box. Fucking Lynn is garbage. Terrible. And it's like, oh, you can't play this. What? You can't. And you're gonna need to complete 20% of the map before you let you through the door. I'm sorry? We need you to complete 20% of this map here. How big is that map? Fucking big.
So it's an open world game that
They
requires you to do side quests.
Yes, and requires you to swap out every character,
Huge
do everything. It's a business. It's a commitment. I don't want that. It's the reason why I never beat Xenoblade, because it was a commitment.
To be fair, when I play open world games, I usually end up completing all the side quests anyway.
But again, it's like it's always the
Yeah,
ones
well,
where it's
but
fun.
you should have the option to
Yes.
continue when you want to.
like
Continue the story when you want to.
like a Saints Row or The Witcher. You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're exploring everywhere.
Because the original Saints Row 1 and Saints Row 2 forced you to do a certain amount of side
really?
missions before you continued the story.
Oh, really?
It was like you had to do like
That's
so many of them, and then you could continue. Yeah,
Well, then I'm glad I came in on 3.
that's the only thing I don't like. About
Grand
it.
Theft Auto was that way too. The old Grand Theft Auto. You had to do side missions, then you did the story modes.
I never played Grand Theft Auto's story when I was a kid. I just
Yeah.
You just blew
ran
shit
around
up.
and murdered people.
A lot of people did that. I only beat like my first one when it was 4, and no one else did.
I've only
That's the only one who saw the
I've
full
only
story.
beat
of
5.
Nico.
5 is the only story I've played all the way through because
And I don't like any of the characters.
Well, they're
I
not.
don't like any of
They're
them.
not likable characters. They're just.
They're not
there.
supposed to be.
All right, we're getting a little off track.
But anyway, it's like there's nothing. There's nothing on the Wii U that stands out. It's like they had the potential.
And they fucked up.
They had the potential, but they pushed it out the door too quickly, so it was behind in generation. So it didn't have the power of the new ones that the other companies have. So, and which you think would be a lot cheaper for companies to produce on, but nobody gives a shit.
Nobody wanted to work with
Nobody
Nintendo.
wants to work with Nintendo because of the censorship, because of the bullshit, because of everything.
How about how they treat YouTube content creators?
Oh, the
Oh.
fact that they filter everything out, and
Ooh.
that can go fuck themselves.
Ooh, the
You
They,
will only-
they,
you
they
only
have
work
their
with
own
us?
business model for that.
If you want to work with Nintendo, you have to put this ball and chain on you. Oh,
Yeah.
and this ball gag. Oh, and this electrocutor.
And you
that
have
zaps
some.
your ball
You see
every
that
20
Gimp
minutes.
over there? Like Gimp's gonna come pay you a visit as you're watching the video to make sure you're in line.
They take a pretty decent chunk of your revenue.
Like 70%, right?
I think so. 70%. We could be wrong, but I
Well,
think
good,
it's a
sizable.
high amount.
It's probably
like that.
over 50.
And you only get like 20 to 30 of the revenue
Which,
from ads and stuff. Unfortunately, if it's content they don't like, they'll just take all of your revenue.
Oh.
So if you're like a video game channel that does reviews for Nintendo games only, which you would have to be that, because if you review other stuff, they don't consider worthy of that business practice.
So is there?
So they just take your money anyway.
So is there just a certain amount of videos you have to show them to
You
review?
have if you want to be a part of Nintendo with making content on YouTube, you have to be only Nintendo.
Oh,
you
wow.
only play
so
Nintendo
wait,
games.
You have to sell your
only
soul to
review.
Nintendo, pretty
Yes.
much. Oh, all right.
so wait,
pretty
can you
much.
still review their stuff if you're not with
You
them?
can still if you're not with them, if you're going to review this stuff, you can't really show a lot of
Content.
game.
So you can't make it look like the game's actually bad. Or
Especially
like
music.
Ooh.
Don't you dare post music in the middle of your review. It will get immediately shot down.
Wow,
Wow.
that's looking a little Emperor Palpatine.
Jeez.
They're really out of touch with
Everything?
Everything.
Yeah.
Actually, everything. They're making the same game all the time. And then you got the people who won't listen to what's going on. They just scream at you, Nintendo.
They could
That's it.
change for the better with the new president now. They haven't
Maybe.
really said much since Iwata died.
Maybe.
Yeah.
what
Which-
was the guy's
God
name? I
rest his
can't
soul.
remember.
I have no
It
idea.
was Moonspeak. I don't know.
Not Iwata.
Not a
Not
lot.
Wada.
I hope.
Ooh.
Not a lot of water.
Not a Wada. Oh my god.
That wasn't even intentional.
Oh, no. I don't know why it was so funny. I like that a lot. Nadawana. I don't care what his name is now. That's his name now. It's Nadawana. Anywho, my personal main gripe with Nintendo, beyond all the other bullshit, is its censorship practices, mainly with what comes into North America. Of course, Japan censors some of their own stuff, but it's usually real small and shit. But with America, what we've been getting with censorship, I'm specifically talking about with Bravely Default.
Yes. Jesus.
One of the characters is a...
You're thinking of the Bravely Second.
Bravely Second.
Bravely Second.
One of the characters is a Indian lady.
Native American.
Lady.
It's just a half naked girl with a fucking bow.
Yeah.
And like a weird, not like invisible tattoo. You know, the one where it's just basically skin color. That one, or it's a lighter skin color than everything else.
They're changing it from a Native American character or class into a fucking cowgirl class,
Which in fact is actually more offensive.
which is
offensive.
ridiculously shitty.
I wonder if they appreciate the irony of their own
This
decisions.
is more effective. It's literally a Native American character
I
taken
can't
over by the
imagine that they
Yeah.
don't know what they're doing.
This will be more appropriate for the Americans if we,
Because
bring
no
the
one's
persecutors in.
I honestly believe that no one is that fucking stupid to do that by accident.
It would be like
They're doing it on purpose.
If it's like if
Obviously.
you took a Jewish character and replaced him with,
A German character or a Nazi.
a Nazi, specifically a
And
Nazi.
they were like buddy cop. They were working together. And you're like, what?
This is weird. We don't want to offend anyone. You're kind of doing more. But it's not.
And then with the new Fire Emblem, they're gonna censor a lot of the content.
Which, in honesty,
Which in the trailers they blatantly advertise, and then when it comes into America, everything's gonna be covered. I understand if you're like,
if you don't like it, don't play it.
if you don't like it, don't play it.
Don't change the artist's vision.
If you're saying that you're just changing it because it's a different culture, no, go fuck yourself, Nintendo. Eat shit. Eat my fucking shit
Listen,
on that argument.
no one's gonna
Fuck
care.
you.
Keep it the same for everybody. Everybody will be happy. You'll get money regardless of
It's-
what you do. Just quit being assholes about shit.
Nintendo America, Reggie, baby, I love you. You gotta stop being a fuckboy.
One example is you good? Okay.
Alright.
One example of one of not changing the content would be the Phoenix Wright game, the new one that came over.
Mhm.
They're
I don't think I
trying to
heard this
change
one.
the Japanese, like the culture stuff. They just changed it into American, and you could tell they just slapped it on.
You mean like how they changed rice balls into like cakes or some shit?
Yeah,
Jelly
rice balls
donut.
and the jelly donuts.
Donut?
It's like, wait, what?
That's my favorite.
Dry, man.
Donut's delicious.
thanks for it, kids.
There's no reason.
Or guns in the finger pointing.
No, it was radios.
Oh, radios, right?
Radios.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of shit needs to stop.
Yeah.
If you're not like,
There's a lot here.
I want something that's unapologetic
Yeah.
about what
Yeah.
it is. And if you don't like it, like that new Doom coming out, where it's like, oh, this shit's scary. If you don't like it,
don't buy it.
Yeah, don't buy it. Don't.
Fuck you.
There's plenty of games for.
it's so violent. Fuck you.
And don't give us the jazz of, oh, well, what if I want to play it, but there's content that I don't like in it? Well, then
fuck
you
you.
gotta deal with it.
Don't
It's
play
a
it.
video
Fuck you,
game.
don't
If you don't want to play it,
Quit being a bitch about
Get
it.
good.
Jeez. Oh, well, it's, my kid wants it.
Then tell them no.
Is your kid old enough? No.
When I play my game, I want all the characters to be relatable, and I want my
No
my
one's that
culture
deep,
to be
asshole. No,
represented.
no one's that deep.
Properly.
Because number
Don't-
one, not everyone's gonna be relatable to you. You're your own fucking person. Number two, the person who's writing about it shouldn't give a shit about what you think. It should be writing it for them. Just make a thing to make you happy. If
Yeah.
other people like it, hooray. I'm not gonna change shit or move things around because you're uncomfortable. If you're uncomfortable, there's the door.
Alright. They don't make video games just for you. You're not the most important person on the planet. They make video games as a product to give to you to enjoy to buy.
Yes.
It is not there
Is
for
it
the
that-
sole purpose of you.
Is
You're
like
not,
that.
Yeah.
That was
But I'm just saying,
Now-
it was just through the sheer fact it was like, I don't really like it, but fuck it, make it.
The
Why not?
marketing was brilliant.
It was. Everyone looked at it.
That got so yeah.
So many looks.
And it was such a terrible game.
But again, it was like you looked at it, it's like, nah, I'm not really into it. Fuck it, make it.
I almost bought it on principle.
So, Nintendo, please. Just things that you need to fix. One, with the bringing stuff over here from Japan. Stop being bastards, huh? How about with the special editions like with Hyrule Warriors, where everyone got a special scarf? I know it's stupid, just hear me out.
No, I actually
you get the collector's edition scarf with the game. Only Europe and Japan got it.
In America got jack shit.
Fucking
What is wrong with you?
Well,
fuckboy?
it's
North America got jack shit. Why? Stop. That needs to stop.
That's blatantly.
Yeah, blatantly fuck youism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because we are a big market.
Yeah.
We are fat.
Calm the fuck down with
We
the
are
censorship
consumers.
because that's
Yeah, that's the main thing
Here,
here, guys. That's
Nintendo-
what we're trying to get across.
Nintendo. Listen to me. I fucking love Fire Emblem. I played Fire Emblem since the fucking beginning on the NES. That shitty fucking little Japanese characters I had to translate on a fucking piece of paper. I played that. Fuck you. I played this
Trying to
from the
decode messages like World War II.
so here's what I'm going to say to you. No one gave a fat fucking shit about Fire Emblem until you fuckers made it a waifu simulator. Okay? Everyone was just in it for the tits and vaginas.
Well, I was kind
If you want to sell copies, which you obviously want to do for some reason, with all this extra money you're putting in, don't fucking censor the titties. Why? Why are you censoring the thing that obviously everyone wants? They're not in it for the gameplay. The original people are in it for the gameplay.
Oh wait, but I'm gonna stop you just real quick. The only reason I didn't play it is because of the permadeath. If it didn't have the permadeath, I would have been there at the door.
Yeah.
I would have been there at the door.
Yeah.
Die once, you're
The
fucked.
titties thing made me, it was like, oh, this is it interesting?
It's sold so well since they
Because they
announced
literally-
that you can do relationships that...
Because relationships are neat. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good.
Well, they're censoring a huge part of that in the new game when they shouldn't. Just...
It's,
Alright.
It's
done.
It's just, again, no.
Yeah. So that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening in on us. If you have, give us a like or a share.
Spread the word, spread the love.
Yeah.
Status effects.
Yeah,
Thank you
we'll
very
be around
much.
Again, or
We will be.
Whatever. Hopefully, with each one of these, we get better and
Yeah.
better, and we get more interesting topics, and maybe we don't just kind of
Ramble on.
half-ass.
Yeah.
Half-ass it, which is pretty much my entire existence at this point. But
Pretty much.
You've been pretty good at
We're trying to make it entertaining for you.
If you half-ass
and
it
if
enough,
you like
you
it.
become
Making an
a whole house.
attempt.
Yeah, making an attempt.
And as always, this is Status Effects, and I love you.